Let's speak to Dr. Michael Slobodchikoff, author and lecturer in Russian foreign policy and international relations at Troy University in Alabama. Dr. Slobodchikoff, Hillary Clinton could well be saying the same thing about Barack Obama, couldn't she? That he should be doing more.
She could, although the United States has recently added more sanctions against Russia, and Europe has not followed suit yet.
But Europe will follow suit, I understand. But yet, why? Why sanctions? Is it the only option that the United States and the EU have? Is that essentially what we're saying? Because we're always talking about sanctions. They're incrementally increased. Vladimir Putin practically laughs them off.
Well, I think that it's showing that they're doing something. It's trying to encourage the populace to realize that they're doing something. They can't send troops. They can't start a war. This is the only option that they have going for them.
Do you think this tragedy is going to make the two sides, the East and the West, realize the importance of finding a more immediate resolution, or will it possibly drive them further apart?
I would like to hope so, but I think it has the ability of driving them further apart, especially if the rhetoric is increased before we know exactly what happens. I think there needs to be an investigation done to find out who's at fault and then begin to assign blame before we begin to assign blame early.
That's totally understandable. Let's imagine that the rebels or someone affiliated to Russia is to blame. Does Vladimir Putin then come out? Can you see him reprimanding the rebels and even almost pulling away from them a little bit? Or is that not in his makeup?
Well, I don't know. I think that he could certainly pull away from the rebels. He could certainly take away some of the support that he's been giving them to reprimand them if they are indeed at fault. We should also keep in mind that it could have been an accident from the Ukrainian military as well. They had the military capability to do it as well. So I think we need to wait for an investigation to find out exactly who is to blame here.
Are there wider implications for the European Union, given that Ukraine is on its doorstep and that civilians are being killed in a conflict that, for example, for us in the UK, Ukraine is so far away, it almost feels as if we don't have anything to do with it. You couldn't say the same for France, Spain, Italy, any European country, possibly.
Well, I think that it has a lot of implications in terms of trade with Russia. And certainly once winter occurs with the stoppage of gas through Ukraine, that will affect Europe as well. So it's in Europe's best interest to try and resolve this conflict as soon as possible.
Dr. Michael Slobodchikoff, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.